Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
K-pop news. NewJeans Scandal, Kiss of Life Backlash, and K-pop's Richest Rookie.
That's fine. You don't like me? Okay, bye.
So good.
Today's K-pop chaos menu includes the war between Min Hee-jin and HYBE. We're talking hundreds of millions, leaked chat logs, and claims that she tried to steal NewJeans. It's messy, and we're diving deep. Something in Kiss of Life's new performance had fans fuming. One move, that's all it took. And Twitter, X, whatever it's called now, went nuclear. The Black Label is debuting a new idol. But the internet's biggest problem with her, not talent, not visuals, just being rich. The audacity. Vernon smiled like a normal human, and somehow the internet turned it into a full-on horror meme. Y'all, we need to talk. And why is Illit's manager going viral? No, seriously. The fans are down bad. Like, make him the sixth member, kind of down bad. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because this video took
Min Hee-jin versus HYBE, the 200 million won, or dollars, I guess. Battle for
Dollars.
Millions. Is this new or is it just regurgitating the same thing?
big updates in what might be the most explosive executive
Okay,
battle in
updates,
modern
let's
K-pop.
see.
We're talking about the ongoing legal war between Min Hee-jin, former head of ADOR, and entertainment giant HYBE. This is no longer a story about creative control. It's about shareholder rights, contract disputes, and accusations of betrayal at the highest levels of the industry. So, if you've been seeing phrases like artist poaching and put option lawsuit floating around but aren't sure what it all means, sit tight. We're diving deep. Let's start with the basics. When Min Hee-jin stepped down from her role at ADOR in late 2024,
I don't know. I really don't think there's anything new. She just likes to regurgitate the same stuff.
And why we keep seeing V's, they told us that in the chat she's trying to claim that V contacted her while he was away in military service, which would have been a problem. But that was false.
Okay, maybe this is something new. Hold on.
termination dispute. HYBE wants the court to confirm that her shareholder contract was already terminated. In legal terms, it all hinges on timing. If Min exercised the put option before the contract was legally terminated, she could win. If the court agrees that HYBE terminated it first and lawfully,
What is the
her
put
case may
op-
collapse. To
Okay, I
make things
didn't see
more
that.
efficient,
the put option? Min is saying, I triggered my put option, pay me.
We've seen this before, that it's about timing though.
Uh-huh.
That HYBE is saying, oh, that contract is no longer valid, whereas she's saying it is. Like, this is nothing new.
Sakura being mentioned. Things got even weirder when HYBE's argument started pulling in references to other artists, including Illit and Sakura. Why? Because Min's side is arguing that HYBE is using this entire dispute as a smokescreen, especially after Illit was heavily criticized for resembling NewJeans too closely. The idea is that HYBE shifted the narrative to accuse Min of poaching a group, just as they were being accused of copying one. Min's lawyers claim that HYBE's story doesn't line up. If they're saying she was planning all of this back in 2019, then what exactly were they doing during that time? Were they fine with it then? Were they unaware? Or were they using her ideas while quietly preparing their own alternative girl group strategy? This isn't just executive drama. This case could have huge ripple effects on how K-pop companies structure contracts and ownership going forward.
Oh yeah,
If Min wins,
for sure.
it might strengthen the rights of creative leads and co-founders. It could lead to more independent breakaways from major labels. If HYBE wins, it could reinforce corporate control over groups and intellectual property, even when individuals like Min are behind their creation. It may scare future executives from making moves that appear even
So interesting. I don't know. She's making a case that Min Hee-jin actually have some sort of claim. Because it's not that as clear cut. I don't understand why we're talking about this.
slightly disloyal. At the core of this case is a question that the K-pop industry has never fully answered. Who really owns a group? The person who built it, or the company that funds it? This isn't a drama with a
Whoever the contract says they own it. So that in this case, the company that
Yeah.
funds it.
It depends on what the split is, what the
Yeah.
agreed split was to be. Because I can understand when you get very proud of your work and you want to claim more ownership of it in person, but on paper, at the end of the day, is what goes.
Yeah, like, it's about the contracts. It's kind of hard to know because I do think in certain cases, like for example, if you're like a beat maker and you make beats for a particular company, you hired by that company. I think you do get some sort of copyright credit for it or whatever. So I think it really depends on the industry and on the contract. It's really hard to say.
But
Clear.
for me, based on how she moves, a lot of it has gone to her head, where I can see
Yeah.
that she takes up more than what she has claimed to.
Yeah, I think so too.
A villain or hero. It's a battle over power, ownership, and control in one of the most successful entertainment empires in Korea. The legal arguments are complex, the financial stakes are massive, and the outcome could shift the entire business model of the K-pop industry. So, whether you're Team Min, Team HYBE, or just Team Can We Please Just Get a Comeback, one thing's clear. This case is far from over. We'll be keeping a close eye on every twist. And you know I'll be right here to break
It's
it down.
just interesting
no bias, just
to
the
how
facts.
she got the girls to pretty much follow her say in that.
Yeah.
Because if I was one of the artists, I would think I want to work.
I think it's, kind of like we've been talking about Stockholm syndrome, plus she's kind of like their mom. They grew up, because, they were very young with her. Like as teenagers, they got attached to her in those formative years. And she's using that power that she has over them.
But still, I feel like they got to a point where there is still like, even if, let's say she mothered them, there's still going to be a rebellion stage.
They're rebelling. Not against her, though.
No, but against the mother.
Wow. Kiss of Life's choreography just went too far.
Today, we need to talk about the backlash surrounding Kiss of Life's latest comeback. And trust me, this isn't just your average people are mad online situation. This is a major conversation about how far K-pop choreography is willing to go for shock value, and whether Kiss of Life just crossed the line. So, the group dropped their new title track, Lips, Hips, Kiss, from the mini album 224, and during their first live showcase performance, fans were hit with two moments that immediately sparked controversy. 1. A nose kiss between members, Belle and Natty, right before the chorus. 2. A choreography move where members pull and snap their own bra straps mid-performance. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, it's K-pop. Isn't pushing boundaries normal? But what's happening here isn't just about one dance move. This has turned into a full-on debate about sexualization, image management, and K-pop's direction as
So the song is called Hips, Lips, Kiss, whatever. Well, and they almost kissed. Why is that a problem? The song has a kiss. They kiss.
They nose kiss.
Yeah, they nose kiss. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? The bra strap. I didn't see it. I don't know. I of course I don't have a
How
problem
would you
with it.
how would you understand what would be the movement to you? It's not that.
Oh, so what is it?
You take it and you go like that.
Oh.
That's what I saw them do.
Oh, I thought they're gonna do like.
No.
Oh.
No.
Either way, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
I just think, this is a good strategy to kind of deter
I was about
conversation,
to say the same
to
thing.
to give and sell sex. Like, okay, let's get them to talk about this
Yeah.
instead of that.
I think so too. I
Like,
think
look over
yeah, I
there.
think they're doing this on purpose to kind of
Yeah.
move the
Kinda move the
conversation over. Yeah.
conversation.
an industry.
Because none of this itself, like from the West perspective, is anything really. Who gives a fuck? But in
And there were-
Korea, I'm sure it's like, oh no.
And they were already kind of on that edginess already
Yeah.
with their music, so it's not like out of the realm, but they're pushing the envelope so that you can focus on something else.
Yeah, I think so.
Korean netizens did not hold back. One comment that went viral with over 20,000 likes said, "That choreography with the bra strap is so shady. It reminds me of that subculture in live streams where people moan and snap their bra straps for donations." Another said, "Dancing with bra straps,
Oh, really? I
not
didn't
even
know that.
overalls, is unbelievable. I'm so uncomfortable watching this. These aren't
I
trolls.
can understand
These are longtime
doing
K-pop
it
fans."
when you're trying to fix it, but I don't know how people do it like intentionally to say, okay, let's do this for
I don't know how they came up with that, but either way, the person that she quoted, oh, I get uncomfortable watching this. Well, you need to go check yourself if you get uncomfortable. Somebody's.
Well, I can
that's a
see
problem. That's a you problem.
okay, I can see, because it's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, when you're seeing someone adjust themselves, it can be a little bit awkward, uncomfortable. Yeah, because some
'Cause
people,
someone adjusting their
some
bra.
people are not comfortable
Well,
with
that's
their
what I said.
bodies.
That's the person's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So they
don't
need
have to
check
impose that
themselves.
onto
Yeah.
others, but that is the thing where people can be uncomfortable with adjusting themselves. Some people, you see them freely do it outside. Some have to go to like the bathroom to fix and arrange themselves.
Fans who feel like the group is being
Like,
pushed into
is
shock.
for example, picking your nose. Nothing is wrong, But if you go and you're on camera and you start picking your nose, it's like, excuse me, you should go in the bathroom and do that privately, not in front of us.
Marketing at the cost of taste and substance. It's not just this one song either. A lot of commenters pointed out that Kiss of Life's choreography has been getting more and more sexualized since Midas Touch. Another viral post said, Kiss of Life has way too much sexualized choreography, like Sticky. The songs are good, but I can't even watch their performances.
It's just so pathetic. When Kiss of Life does it, oh no, but then when Cat's Eye does it, oh yeah.
No, they give problems to Cat's Eye,
No,
especially
they love Cat's Eye.
because Yoon Jae, she's 17, so
that
they.
was America. Koreans loved Cat's Eye. They ate that shit
I don't
up.
know if anyone in South Korea didn't say anything for Yoon Jae.
I don't know, but
I feel
they
like- I
ate
feel
Cat's
like-
Eye up. But then
I feel
Koreans
like-
are doing, oh no, it's so uncomfortable.
I don't know.
Please.
I don't remember who had a problem with what, but overall, when the girls look young, they have this kind of commentary, even though, like, let's say, like, they're like of age,
Anymore. It's exhausting. And honestly, you can't blame people for feeling that way. The music is solid, the vocals are strong, the talent is there, but the group's image is starting to feel more like a product being sold with shock factor than an act building genuine artistry. What's really frustrating to fans is that this is happening after the work third-gen girl groups did to desexualize the industry. One user put it perfectly. Twice? And G-Friend worked so hard to get rid of this kind of stuff. And now choreography like this is creeping back in. That's the core of the anger.
I
It's
think
not about
it's
being too
because
sensitive.
like the industry, they go in cycles of what kind of groups that we have. The ones that give like, oh, they're your everyday girl, that they're relatable, they're very a certain type of aesthetic. But then every now and then we get the edgy kind of aesthetic where it's like the pussycat dolls.
Yeah,
like the
but
cat's
we need all of them
eyes.
because everybody's the same as boring.
Yeah, and I don't think you should put down one or the other, because I feel like, again, you're subjecting criticism of the woman. Like, that, it shouldn't matter what aesthetic they're giving. It's truly what matters is if they consent to have this kind of image, because it could be one thing, okay, an artist like, I don't want to dress like this to perform like that. That would be a problem. But if the girls are like passionate about how they present themselves and it's within their will, I think you should support it.
It's about feeling like Kiss of Life is reversing the progress K-pop made in how girl groups present themselves. And for what? A few retweets, some shot clips on TikTok. Let's be brutally honest here. This choreography does not feel like artistic boldness. It feels like a cheap attention grab. A decision made in a boardroom to get people talking. Any kind of
I
talking.
feel like it's
And if you're
easy.
relying on bra straps to make a performance stand out, maybe the problem
See, that
isn't
was
the
the bra
audience.
strap prop.
That's why my pop was just like, ooh, put it back. It wasn't even, it's nothing.
Maybe the problem is a lack of creativity behind the scenes. These are talented idols. They don't need gimmicks. But they're being sold like clickbait, and fans are smart enough to see right through it. We also have to mention, Kiss of Life is already under scrutiny from earlier this year, when the group was accused of making racist remarks to
Right,
diminish
that's what we're
mobility.
doing.
Idols are professional, they term attention, but lose the long-term trust of fans.
Why everyone's mad about the Black Label's Rich Idol?
Okay, so the Black Label just dropped the news that they're debuting a new co-ed group called All Day Project on June 23rd, which is like right around the corner. It hasn't even been a full year since MEOVV debuted, and they're already launching a new experiment. Are we speedrunning K-pop now? Next thing you know, they'll debut a hologram group next Tuesday. But of course, K-netizens and their eternally twisted undies couldn't stay calm for even 5 minutes. The drama, the headlines, the controversy. Oh yeah, it's not
So this all-day project is actually debuting quick. I just saw they released a teaser already, so it's probably like gonna drop in a couple days.
about the music, it's about money. Because apparently, Annie Moon, one of the members, is the granddaughter of Samsung's chairman. And y'all lost your collective minds. So let me get this straight. Y'all are mad because someone rich dared to have a dream and go for it. Like seriously, since when did K-pop come?
No, that's not why people are mad. People are mad because she's getting there because of nepotism. There's two different things. That's why people are mad.
And I feel like when you're a nepo baby, you kind of have to prove if you're cool or you're stuck up. Like, are you a cool nepo baby or are you a stuck up nepo baby? Because then that's when you really see how people receive you. So if she comes and she's like cool, chill, very demure, I think she'll be fine. But if she's like, I don't know, super prissy, like in the sense that, oh my God, like, I don't know, out of touch, or if out of touch of what she's
Mm-hmm.
doing, I think that would be an easy setup for everyone to go and and pounce on the poor deer.
with a poverty requirement form. Oh, sorry, before we let you audition, can you just confirm you dropped out of school, got scammed by your company twice, and live off triangle kimbap and trauma? Thanks. It's giving bitterness, not justice. You're not fighting for fairness, you're fighting for your own fantasies of an underdog story. And don't get me wrong, underdog stories are great. We love a good trainee slept on the floor for 8 years and finally debuted arc. But just because someone didn't suffer, doesn't mean they're not allowed to exist in the industry. You'll act like Annie Moon slapped your dog personally. She only got in because she's rich. Okay, and let's be honest, half of your faves only got in because they had the right face, or the right body, or went viral for being cute, doing a TikTok challenge with exactly 0 vocal cords involved. Let's not act like this industry is a singing competition. This is not Korea's Got Talent. This is K-pop TM. The industry built on vibes, marketing, and selling a dream in HD. Also, the bar to debut these days is on the floor. If you can smirk on beat and wink at a ring light, you're basically in. So no, Annie Moon's existence isn't ruining the sanctity of K-pop. And now for the real tea.
She's not wrong what she's saying either. Everything she said is true.
If anything, her being rich might be the only reason people will think twice before throwing baseless accusations at her. Y'all know the drill. A new idol debuts,
Yeah, she
and
could
within
still.
5 seconds, someone remembers that in 2nd grade, she pushed them in line at lunch, and suddenly we're in Bullying Scandal, Season 3, Episode 57. But with someone like Annie, suddenly people are quiet. Why? Because she's got lawyers on speed dial. And honestly, good. Maybe the industry needs someone who can push back against all the online witch hunting and cancel culture with 0 evidence. Just saying. And let's not act like she's even done anything yet. You haven't heard her sing. You haven't seen her perform. She could be the next Yeji, or the next Subin, for all we know. But no, y'all jump straight from she's rich to she's talentless. That's not criticism. That's just projection. So here's the deal. If Annie Moon wants to debut, let her. If she flops, she flops. If she kills it, congrats to her. But this weird obsession with tearing people down before they've even stepped on stage, it's giving insecure, not insightful. And remember, K-pop doesn't belong to your fantasy of hard knock life aesthetics. It belongs to the people who can perform, connect, and sell a story. Whether that story is about humble beginnings or having dinner with billionaires, who cares? As long as the stage is lit, the beat is banging, and the camera's rolling, we are watching. Now go stream a song or touch some grass.
Yeah, we talked about this guys before, so you know we stand. I have no problem with her debuting. My thing is like, why? Why would you want to do that? But that's her life. She does what she wants. The internet keeps mocking idols. Here's why it's not funny.
The Vernon from 17 is trending, but not for the reason he should be. A clip of him smiling, literally just smiling during a show, went viral. And instead of being met with love, or even just neutrality, it got turned
He set himself up for that. I already see the meme potential in
What
that.
was this meme?
He's just kind of laughing. It's gonna be like it's meme potential. He set himself up for that. Come on.
into some kind of horror meme. Like one IG account literally captioned it. I watch scary stuff all the time, but this was the scariest video I've seen recently. I'm sorry, what?
That means
Over
it was a
man
real
smiling.
smile.
Are you
No, it was a lot. Like
It was a real smile.
anytime you laugh about something, you're gonna be sending this meme. But it's like he said. First of all, being a meme is nothing bad either.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good for you.
yeah. So I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like it's definitely very memeable.
guys okay? Do y'all need a hug or a therapist? And it gets worse. Vernon actually saw it. He commented, "My friends keep sending it to me. That's not funny. That's not lighthearted. That's not just a joke. That's humiliating. That's embarrassing.
He said
Not for Vernon. For you. The internet really saw a man being happy and went, let me ruin that real quick. Carrots were heartbroken, and they should be. Because Vernon, who's always brought chill vibes, peace, and golden retriever energy, is now being dragged for existing with joy on his face. Now here's the bigger problem. This isn't just about Vernon. Y'all have made it a sport to mock idols' looks.
So how are they dragging him? I want to see the criticism because to me it just looks like a meme, which is but I don't know what you can drag about it.
Body proportions, head sizes, smiles, laughs, how they sit,
I can
how
kind
they
of
walk.
understand. I know something similar, like with Meg Thee Stallion. She used to laugh a certain way until the internet made fun of her big smile. Like it was too much of a smile. So now she does this like PR smile.
How they blink.
It makes
Like
it
it's a
more
national pastime.
self-conscious.
And then it's always like, and it's just a joke, calm down. No, it's not a joke.
I think 'cause you gotta realize when you put yourself, go on the camera, you open yourself up. to
Yeah, but
that.
they're human. They're not idols. They're people.
Exactly. So it's like if you don't want that, don't go on the camera. If you do, it comes with that. It comes with the territory.
You know, sometimes something can be a part of your job, but you don't like it.
If it bothers you that much, do another job.
It's not that easy.
It's bullying dressed up in Gen
What I'm saying is not quit. I'm saying don't let it bother you.
Z humor
And
and
if it does bother you that much, then
the thirst for likes. And the punchline is always someone's
The
insecurity.
thing
What part of
is when you tell people it bothers you, they go in.
don't you can't show it bothers you. That's the worst thing.
idols are human? Are y'all not understanding? They're not CGI. They scroll social media the same way we do. They see your little
Yeah.
memes and shady edits. And you know what?
Yeah.
Words stick. Even when you pretend they don't. You say, she's a pick-me. She's plastic. She's a nepotism baby. He's the least talented. He's the visual whole.
Oh yeah.
She looks like a cartoon
They
character.
put all the
Do you hear yourselves? If someone said half of that to your face, you'd be in the bathroom texting your friends about it for 3 days straight. But when it's an idol, suddenly it's harmless, convenient. And let's talk about this fake feminism too, where you uplift one girl by dragging another. That's not empowerment. That's messy fan war
That's a good meme right here. That's a very good meme.
tactics with a glitter filter. You don't have to burn down another girl to light up your fave. And the guys? Don't even get me started. Vernon's smile gets turned into horror movie material, but y'all call yourselves fans. Nah, that's not fan behavior. That's just insecurity on display. Yours, not his. Also, if your content is just mocking someone else's face, body, or existence, congrats. You're not a content creator. You're a cyberbully with a ring light. Listen, there's an old saying, before you put the knife to someone else, try putting it to yourself. Translation? If you wouldn't want your worst insecurity to be made into a TikTok
But
with
trust,
30K
the ones who are
likes,
going in, they don't show their face. Period.
Yeah, the people that are going in our face.
Yeah,
Like even you know,
faces
the
account.
people we react. Her K-pop spy, especially K-pop spy. K-pop spy goes in, but she don't show her face.
Yeah.
maybe don't do that to someone else. Likes are not worth someone's mental health. This isn't harmless. This isn't funny. And this isn't new. But it needs to stop. So here's the call to action. If you really care about idols, not just your bias, but all of them, show up with kindness. Drown out the toxic noise with love. Defend them when they're being humiliated. And if you see a joke that's
I
not
wish we got to see the comments that are people saying about him. We just
I guess she doesn't want to promote it.
because like that, that little clip is definitely memeable. Like now, what are they saying
Yeah.
about it?
But you have an imagination.
I don't know.
You saw the smile. I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't make fun of a person for that kind of smile. I
don't-
think
I
it's a
don't
natural
think-
smile.
I don't think there's anything to make fun of for that. It's just definitely memeable. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's
Because
definitely
it's
memeable.
a strong emotion.
Yeah, it's very
That's why
yeah.
I cannot imagine AI doing something
Yeah.
like that.
funny, say something. Because Vernon smile, it's not scary. What's scary is how easily we forget idols are human too. Let's do better.
Money, making crap, oh, money.
Okay, so, Illit, the rookie babies of HYBE,
You didn't read
aka
it.
the company that could literally debut
HYBE's manager just broke the internet.
a rock and it would chart, recently had a moment on camera that should have been all about them, but plot twist. The manager said, main character energy only. And TikTok said, yes ma'am, a casual behind
That's manager behind it. Oh, that's not.
the scenes clip of Illit started circulating. But instead of fans screaming, one here, I love you, the comment section was like, Illit, sweetie, move, who's your manager? Yep, you heard that right. Mama Manager entered the chat and quite literally broke the internet TM. The clip popped off with nearly 400,000 likes, and fans are spiraling over her handsome, cool, and dare I
This is the commotion. Oh
That's a woman?
no, the manager.
No, the person behind. That's the woman.
What do you mean?
The person on the screen. That's the manager, and that's a woman.
It's a guy.
I know. But why is they saying she?
I think they're telling the island members to move. You're in the way, and we want to see him.
No, it's saying, and the fact that their manager is a girl makes it better. She? Question mark? Question mark?
I don't understand.
It's a woman. Damn, even better.
Maybe we have to see more.
Why she's so handsome?
Maybe it's lost in translation.
That's a paradox.
say, idol like visuals. Like, are we sure she's not part of a secret 5th gen co-ed group? Because the way she slayed in the background, while probably making sure snacks were gluten-free or whatever, is iconic. HYBE has this low-key pattern where even the staff are main visuals. Remember when BDS's and Elia Seraphim's managers
This is a
trended for
lady.
their look?
The way she has her hair, it reminds me
I
like of a
thought that was
guy's
a guy.
hairstyle.
I thought that was a
Oh.
guy.
It's like HYBE has a checklist. Vocals,
And is that how do you know that's a manager? Looks like some sort of just a regular
Guess
like-
the necklace. The like the what do you call that when you wear a lanyard with the
Oh,
tag?
I just kind of thought that's just like a part of the staff, not a manager. Because like,
Yeah, well, that's part of the staff. A
no, but
manager.
managers like Min Hee-jin was a manager.
Yeah, but she.
So
I
I'm
would
saying, is
say.
she like the new Min Hee-jin? How do we know that's her?
Huh?
I'm confused. I'm confused by this whole thing.
Choreo, facial symmetry. Can be a K-drama lead in a heartbeat. And the illit manager. Abe checked all the boxes. She was giving bodyguard in a romance webtoon, who ends up stealing the FL's heart vibes.
You know
And we ate-
why I thought that was the guy? Because the way she did the neck movement is like a pose a little bit.
Oh.
Like, smell my neck.
I don't know, but he just gives the guy space.
it up. Netizens be like, illit, please share your skincare routine and your manager. This ain't even about the idols anymore. I came for one he. I stayed for her manager. One video alone is pushing 90k likes. And X, Twitter's cooler older cousin, is full of people simping hard. Now, illit might need to start sharing their spotlight. Or start locking their manager in the van. Because fans are switching biases at lightning speed. It's
That's
giving.
funny.
Not a soft launch of a new HYBE visual. Manager Nim, debut when? Illit better fight to keep their fandom. Moral of the story.
Okay, here,
Never
I
underestimate.
can tell it's a woman.
I
more.
can't. I still
In
can't.
the other, because the facial structure, her face, and the hairstyle.
Made a background character. They might just outshine the leads. Okay, fam, tell me, is the manager your new alt bias, or what?
That's funny. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.